Mourns for trees. It's a tired-looking, sorrowful old man who's gazing at the ash dead tree in front of him. He is mumbling to himself and tapping his chin as if trying to remember something. Occasionally he shakes his head sadly. Greetings. He seems momentarily startled as you interrupt his train of thought. He speaks in a calm and hurried tone, but one full of sadness. Oh, greetings to you too, friend. How's this day find you? It finds me well. He smiles, but sorrow still lies in his eyes. That is good, friend. Hope your good fortune continues. He seems about to turn back to the tree. And how's this day find you? He shrugs slightly and proffers a bit of a smile. Fortune finds me well, though I am saddened just the same. Oh, why is that? He pats the tree beside him. It's the tree here in the hive. It's the trees here, in the hive. They're dying, friend, and no one cares. Seeing the look on your face, he holds his hands up, as if to silence you for a moment. It may not matter to some, but it is important to me. I feel it is a shame to see the last tatters of life and beauty in this ward left, uncared for, to die. Can you understand that, friend? Yes, you're right. It's a sad thing. He seems surprised and blurts out, Really? Oh, I mean wonderful. Perhaps you would... He pauses and seems suddenly suspicious. He recomposes himself, speaking in his usual slow manner. In any case, that's good. I suppose you have some questions for me now. No, not just yet. What is it you were going to ask? For the first time, the man seems genuinely happy. Beaming, he explains, It is difficult for anything to survive here. Just look around and you'll see what I mean, friend. I'm not sure if it's possible for the trees to thrive here, even if they somehow were to get enough light and clean water. Go on. He nods enthusiastically. But if enough people care, really want them to live, I just know they'll survive. They'll turn green again and flourish. We're in a world of weird magic-y stuff, so I don't know if that's right or wrong. But you also have the idea that if people want things, they will try and work towards them, potentially. You could be right. I am right. I am certain of it. A sense of conviction surrounds him like an aura. He seems so unlike the man you first spoke to. That's all I'd ask of you, friend. Just care for them. Hope for their recovery. In time, should enough people want it, it will come to pass. Can you do that for me, friend? I will help, yes. Excellent, my friend. Excellent. I thank you. You've given me back my confidence, my purpose. Perhaps I can find others like you who will listen. Perhaps we'll make it different. What about your companions, friend? Would you speak to them on my behalf? Dakon, could you help this man? One finds your request most intriguing. Trees in the hive, like cities in limbo. They would stand as a testament to the will of the people, not to bow to that which would surround and devour them, to take what has been thrust upon them or left behind and make good of it. I too will care for the trees. Maud, what do you think? And don't just be sarcastic. Oh yeah, Chief, sure, whatever you were saying. I'm serious, Maud. Can you make the effort? Maud looks at you for a while, silently nods. Yeah, I can. If that's important to you, I'll do it. Thanks, I had some questions, Mauns. He nods, awaiting your question. Why are all the trees dying? Just look at your surroundings, friends. Can you imagine anything having an easy life here? And besides the wretched conditions, the Dabus rarely come to this part of Sigil. Dabus? You know, Dabus. Surely you've seen them. They're the ladies' servants. They care for the city. Some parts of it more than others, of course. Yeah, I mean, you wait for one and 3 Dabus come along at once. That was actually really terrible. And why don't they come here often? The hive's a dangerous place, but that's not it. The Dabus have the lady watching over them, and no one's foolish enough to tangle with her, friend. I suppose it's really all on account of Fel. Who is Fel? We've met him. Fel, he's, friend, I'll just say he's the only Dabus that doesn't serve the lady. I don't know the whole dark of it, as they say, But he's shunned by his fellows and lives here, alone, in the hive. He runs a tattoo parlor, but most of Sigil is wary of the place. What's there to be wary of? Well, friend, since he turned from the lady, many people think it's just a matter of time before, well, her shadow falls on him. No one wants to be about when, and if that happens, I'm sure. You don't have any idea of how he came to be shunned? Like I said, friend, I'm not too sure. I've only heard vague rumors about him being on the wrong side of the issue when some power decided to butt heads with the lady. You could always try and ask him, friend. I'm told he's friendly enough, if not a little odd. Some power? A deity, friend? A god? Normally the lady has no problems with the likes of them, as she keeps their lot out of Sigil entirely. His name was, Aesgar, but I don't know much about the affair. Was Aesgar? Yes. As I understand it, the lady destroyed him. I wouldn't forget that if you were to ever consider messing about with her or her servants. That's all I wish to know.
Looks like my skills have increased, yeah?
Ooh, leveling up. Go on. Level up. Woo. Chaotic good. Neutral good. And you're lawful neutral. This is going to be a really interesting party. I wish I could heal.
I'm gone.
Like, press a button and heal people. Make things so much easier. Right, so... Oh, no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone!
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Right, no. We'll pull back to here.
I hear I shall serve. Done. I will your will be done.
Damn it.
Move away! Run away, back on.
Done.
Done. Let's see what we can find, shall we? Ooh, useful. Right, here we go. Let's give you all this stuff again. So that's all yours. I'll give you that bracelet. Can you hold? You can have one of those. How nice. But I can't give you the copper earring for some reason. Oh, I can give you the rings though. I should probably actually be wearing the rings, even if I'm not going to use them as merely as a kind of extra inventory space. Let's go and talk to Fel again. I wonder what we've missed. I have some questions for you. What is this place? A slow train of symbols materialize around Fel's head. The symbols take several moments to resolve. This is where I tattoo colour and life upon flesh and bone. Can I see what tattoos you have? Oh! Tattoos of the restless... What is that? You may draw upon the gratitude to bless yourself or your companions. Are these like one shot? Ooh. Temporary save... bonus to... It gives you some luck. Okay. So it looks like these are random things we can just get as bonuses. But I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I had some questions for you. What are those frames in the back room? It is my gallery. Your discarded skins on my canvas. I admire you. I'm saddened for you. Saddened for me? Why? The mark of torment lies upon your flesh. Tragedies and loss have built themselves upon it, like stones upon a foundation. You have endured great pain. What do you mean? I admire you because you have never surrendered to the weight of these losses, despite the fact their chains hang on you still. Go on. These losses blanket this life and all of your past ones. You shed lives like a molting serpent. I think I've died 3 times already. You're exploring... That's the thing I quite like, is I've died 3 times in this game. And not reloaded. You just keep going. I mean, I don't want to say I've not reloaded. Because, well, I've reloaded at least once this... I've reloaded once this session. I'm trying to like. There's no point in saying, "Oh, we've got this bounty hunter, and here are the things he wants," but you can't get the bounty. It seems a bit silly. And I was complaining about something else, but I can't remember. Ooh, there's a thought. What if you played this with multiple people, and when you died and you woke up in the mortuary, you then sent the save to another person to play through it a bit? Ooh, that would be really weird, but I like it. Like, you get several Let's Players together to do that, and you just have, like, one person starts, finds themselves in the mortuary, plays through until they die, and then message it to the next person, who plays until they die. And so you get that kind of, each one is playing in a different way, and oh, I like that. Yeah, so each one has a different character, kind of thing. Ooh. I mean, I don't know if that would work, but you then have that kind of amnesia, and you kind of, it's important that you have the journal with you. Like, you get the first journal, you've got to kind of be looking at it, like, what am I meant to be doing? I'm gonna tell me more. I'm going off on a wild tangent. Take with you this warning. Each of your lives casts a shadow on existence. You must travel to a place where these shadows have gone mad and regrets have scarred the earth. Is there anything else you can tell me? Do not sign anything. Very well. Do you feel complete? No. Fell nods, a series of symbols materialize. You are strong, keep faith, you shall become whole again. I'll try add some other questions. Can you tell me anything about these tattoos on my body? I know them, not by my hand. What? Wait. I thought he'd done all of them. Okay. Something I missed last time. Can you tell me about some of them? The ones upon your back were scribed with a careful hand and are directions for a mind that forgets itself. The symbol that lies upon your left shoulder is the mark of torment. Torment? The symbol sharpens, gaining edges that are almost painful to the eye. It is torment. It is torment. It is that which draws all tormented souls to you. Fell nods at your left arm at your shoulder. The flesh knows it suffers even when the mind is forgotten, and so you wear the rune always. Keep that in mind. Do you know how I died? Shadows. Shadows? Many shadows. They streamed from the darkness, swarmed you, then left you to die. Why? I do not know. I feel like I know you. This is the first time, and not the first time you've come to this place. I assume... Well, no, it's not. I've been here before. What? Do you know who I am? Technically, I've died, so maybe it's reset. Do you know who I am? Yes, but I'm not permitted to use... Boo! Why not? Why not? For a moment... Oh, my apologies. I cannot change the nature of a man. Nature of a man? What does that mean? My apologies. I cannot say. What is this place? I think we've asked that. Feel like I know you. We've asked that. I think we've asked all of those, though. +2 for might. Do I have to be fighter? Oh, I am a fighter, aren't I? I can get extra intelligence. Bonus to wisdom. Load of wisdom. Bonus dexterity. I might need to be a thief for that. Oh, I've just spotted something. There's nothing that's like a cleric or anything. So, assuming this is based on 2nd edition, there are 4 basic classes. Your fighter, your mage, your thief, and your cleric. Now, I think in some later ones, they do extend it to, like, there's the paladin, which is a fighter type. A ranger is a fighter type. You have the sorcerer, who's a fighter type. The bard, depending on which kind of rules you're playing, is a thief type, rogue type. Because thief was a kind of rogue. They then changed that in 3rd edition, I think. I'm going wildly off topic. But there's no cleric. There's only fighters, mages, and thieves. That's interesting. Oh, no. Oh, Tattoo of the Skull. It's that for all mort's faults, having you as a companion makes you seem more capable. The tattoo reinforces that bond, giving you +1 to charisma. Yeah. Tattoo of accuracy, Facco +1, which would be useful. +1 damage with all attacks. I'm not sure what I need.
I'm gone.
So...
I'm
they're all
gone.
mine anyway, aren't they? If I look... No, that button. Oh, I can't look at my thing here. That's annoying.
Balance in all things.
So... strange looking chair seems to be where the patron sits.
I'm gone.
So I can't... I'm kind of disappointed. Mort, can you translate? I'd sooner be straying through a Tanari's bowels than unravel what these floating guards are trying to say. Maybe I will. Dakon, what about you? Dakon nods. Ask him what this place is. Oh, okay. This is where... what did he say, Dakon? He places pictures on flesh here. Tattoos. Ooh, can I see... no. Another question. Does he know how I died? Shadows. What did he say, Dakon? Shadows. Shadows? Many shadows. What did he say, Dakon? He says many shadows came for you. Their reason for taking your life is not known to him. I quite like that. I quite like this, although, I mean, I've already figured it out. So I know what he's saying. Can he tell me anything about these tattoos? I know them not on my hand. What did he say? He says the tattoos are not his. Can he tell me anything about them? Careful hand. Mark of Torment. The symbols upon your back are directions left to yourself. The mark upon your shoulder is the mark of torment. He says the mark lies upon you because the flesh knows that it suffers even when the mind does not. Okay, never mind. Huh, okay. Oh, I have space for 2 tattoos. 3 tattoos! How delightful. I don't know what goes in the hand. Maybe I'll get some gloves at some point. I could get some tattoos. Tattoos! What tattoos you have? Oh, no. Insight is intelligence. The spirit is wisdom. I could buy that. Health would be useful. Extra hit points. Extra bonus armor class. I'm wary of getting something that's a particular class, because I don't know like which class I'm going to have in the end. I kind of like the idea of getting that, though. I mean, it's almost all my money. Maybe if I get one of the cheaper ones. Great chance of gaining memories and giving me a greater percentage. Yes. Or do I go for the Tattoo of the Soul? I think I will buy the Tattoo of the Soul. Can I just put it on? Tattoo of the Soul! Which puts me at Wisdom 19. I'm a very wise man. Surpasses that of mortal men. I am wisdom personified.